Alright, so welcome to Texas Talk. This is another conversation of Texans Talk. This is Andrew, my roommate.
Hello.
I introduced him with my brother. Sorry about the echoes and everything else like that from before, but I'm pretty sure we have the audio fixed now, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. So, my mom's being a little bit of a coward. Okay, I mean, which is understandable. She's a mom, so, she's also looking out for my best interest, which I completely do understand. Okay, all I needed her in here to do was listen to, conversations that we had, comment on what she thought, and, voice her approval, disapproval, or agreement, or whatever. Or maybe even something she found wrong with it. Maybe a few things that she, went through in the 70s and the 60s with her, with work, job relations, and stuff like that. But apparently my mom can't do that, which I find to be kind of cowardice and everything else like that on her behalf. But she's my mom, so I'm allowed to call her that because she's my mom. Okay, if anybody finds any offense to that, I'm sorry, but she is my mother, okay, and I've dealt with this woman all my life. She is a Pentagon worker. I saw her fight. I've seen her argue. I have witnessed all these things, and for her not to come in here and at least express herself is an issue to me. And I do apologize for that, but that's how I feel about the common situation about my mother currently at the moment. Okay, is because I got this phone call from my attorney, like I stated before in my last, conversation, which I'm probably going to record with my brother. Just so people have, a better understanding instead of hearing all the echoes. Like I say, I do apologize for that. But, okay, so the thing about it is Andrew has worked with me at Walmart and everything else like that. So Andrew knows what I'm basically capable of doing. And yes, I have a lot of anger and a lot of issues and a lot of this and a lot of that. Okay, everybody does. It's just who we are as a person. Okay, our issues is one right now, treatment at work and stuff like that, especially from corporations like Walmart. Okay, which is kind of what my current battle is right now with them and stuff like that, dealing with a back injury and as you know, with my brother's disability problem. Okay, so the thing about it is this just doesn't go on in Walmart. It goes on a lot of different fucking corporations. Doesn't matter who it is because he currently works for Tom Thumb right now, and had an issue with a manager named Pope.
Yes,
and
Greg Pope, as I consider it. And
why do you consider it? Is that his name or not? How can you consider
that is his name?
Okay.
And it took a while to pop in my head, but I didn't remember his actual full name.
No, that's fine.
It out.
No, that's fine. Okay, so Greg Pope is about my mom's age, which is one of the reasons why I wanted her here, just to, help y'all understand about the age generation, bracket and stuff like that, and, the stuff that, they've been through and whatnot to kind of, get people to understand. Plus, a lot of people tell me that my mom is very interesting to listen to. She doesn't find herself interesting. Trust me, the lady is very interesting. Okay? She has stories upon stories upon stories, and which is kind of weird because she will tell them to the strangest people in the known universe. Okay? Okay, but she will not get on social media to do this, which is kind of fucking funny. It makes no sense to me that this lady will sit here with people she don't even know. Okay, my brother can contest to this. Okay, people she don't even know, and will give her whole life story to people she don't even fucking know, but she won't even get on a camera and do it, which is kind of sad and saying something on her behalf. Okay, it's I don't know.
Funny and ironic sometimes.
Well, it's not just funny and ironic. This is the thing. This is what I don't understand about her. Okay, is we can sit on here and talk like we're sitting here chilling and with whatever because we don't care about the camera.
Right.
Okay. All right, and whatnot. So the whole point and perspective of this, okay, is to, help people understand, that everybody has the same damn problem, irregardless of what it is. Okay, so the thing about it is if my mom cannot understand, all right, what, it takes and what she tells us and everything else like that, even when we're kids, okay, then what is the point in doing all of this? Okay, what is the point of going on social media? What is the point on going on anything these days then?
Right.
Okay, if for example, the reason why we're all on social media is because of what? If it's all fake news, when you go to the news and they just want to say that it's fake, then what is fake? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the same thing, of the problem that we have, for example, people around my mom age, it's Alexander Pope,
Yeah.
Gregory Pope, whatever the fuck, Mr. Pope.
Mr. Pope, as we're concerned.
All right, we'll call him, Mr. Italian guy of the faith,
Yeah,
in his little Pope box of a Volkswagen.
Right.
Okay.
Uh,
And, because his last name is Pope, hence the joke. Okay,
Right. No, I get
so no. So the thing about it is my mom's generation grew up with like I told you before, and I explained to you before with get the job done. You can't leave until you get the job done.
yeah.
Okay, that was her generation, which is kind of funny because if you go back and look at her generation, she was her generation was the one who fought for I don't want to be here all damn day. I don't have to be here until the job's done because the job is never done.
Right.
No, we'll give her 5 minutes. She's in the bathroom. She says she will come and talk. We will find out. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you get a chance to meet my mother. She is a very nice lady, believe it or not, even though she can be very stubborn.
Okay.
Okay. So the thing is, Andrew ran into this problem at his current job with someone around my mom's age named Mr. Poe. Okay.
And also Gary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know Gary was a problem. I thought it was just Mr.
Gary's
Poe.
still a fucking problem to this day.
Why is he still a problem?
Because he's always like, okay, to be putting it how it goes is that when I'm always trying to do my job and not being bothered, he's always constantly. It feels like he's stalking me.
Oh, what do you mean by? Okay, there is stalking and
It's
there's
like
micromanagement. Is what
It's
they
more
call
like micromanagement, and it pisses me off to no end. Just like
Mhm.
what we had at Walmart.
it. With
and-
Tina and Christy and all of them, yeah.
And with this new
and
management-
who was it? Lloyd and
Yeah.
Amy and the rest of them, or no, who fired you? Who was it that fired you from Walmart for not pushing carts? That isn't your motherfucking job.
I believe. I'm not trying to be racist or anything.
No,
but
that's
I'll,
fine.
I'll put it
I mean,
point
you
blank.
can't really be racist unless you're actually racist to their skin color or
No,
something
no.
along that line.
But her name was Michelle, with 2 L's.
Okay, you know Michelle, so
Okay.
well, I
Yes,
mean,
I know we're on the camera.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, you should be fine. I just need to make sure
No,
you're
no.
within camera shot and view and all that other junk. So I'm just making sure. You want to scoot up a little bit, please? I'm just saying, please. You want my chair?
No,
You want my chair? I'll give you my chair.
I just need to make sure.
Well, it's just to make sure you're within camera view. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, because if you're not within camera view, all they're gonna see, Mom, is leg.
Which is, I'm fine. Let me have that.
I'm just letting you
I
know,
know,
okay?
I know,
And I at
I'm
least
good.
want them to get at least an idea
I
of
know.
what you look like and stuff like that. No offense, I might have to change my camera around.
No,
Give me
we're
a
fine.
few.
I'm good. We don't need a full picture.
Oh my God! Get over yourself.
I am so.
Get over yourself.
Can I get the ashtray?
See, this is
Anyway.
the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Is this is my mother? Okay, she doesn't think that she can be funny or anything else like that, but she's afraid of how she looks, and she doesn't look that bad. Oh my God! Get over
Yes, I
yourself,
do.
Mom. Mom, you are how old? You've had how many kids? Get over it.
I know. So,
And I'm pretty sure y'all think I'm looking at a ghost. Trust me, I'm not. She is here. You can see the leg.
let me see the ashtray, please. Okay. So what were we talking about?
What we're talking about is exactly what we've been discussing. Okay. And which is basically to, one, make sure that, at least you're be in view kind of thing. But, we'll deal with that. Just making sure that it's,
At least you can get my legs synced on.
Oh, it's not
We're
even
fine.
that. It's not even that. It's just a conversation at hand. Would you do me a favor? Would you go get me another kitchen chair?
Get you what?
Another kitchen chair.
Oh, I'm not gonna sit.
I'm not asking you to sit on the chair.
Oh, thank God.
Think like TDD. He likes to see who he's talking. Just like you kind of like to see who
You
you're...
can see my legs. That's good
Mom,
enough.
get over yourself. Mom.
Anyway,
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is my mother. It's the whole point of I've lived with her all my life. I respect her very much, hence the reason why I asked her to come and do this with me, because believe it or not, it helps us answer a lot of questions, and especially stuff that she dealt with in her time compared to what we're dealing with today. Okay, so this is why I find it very important, and this is the reason why I find it extremely valuable. And a lot of people that I have realized do value, at least her insights and stuff like that. So, excuse me, please bear with me. Just give me a moment.
That's interesting.
Don't.
Sit.
No, I'm not sick.
Sit.
No.
Please.
No.
Mom.
No.
Mom.
No.
Mom.
No.
Mom.
I'm fine.
Mom.
I need the bed. Thank
Mom.
you. No, I need the bed.
Mom.
Seriously.
Quit being. Mom. You want me to call you a coward?
Yes.
Mom, this is from a Pentagon woman who sat here and took on, Joint Chiefs and everything else like that. You cannot sit in front of a camera?
Yes, I can.
Then sit in front of a camera.
Nope.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is not an easy task dealing with a military lady. And
But
people want
anyway.
to say it's easy.
Yes. Anyway, go on.
No, I'm not going on until you... Come on, you want to get... Mom, this is the whole point. Would you mind, please?
Raise the camera up so they all know I'm here, and then put it back
I
down where it
can't...
belongs.
No, Mom, no.
Yes.
Mom,
Yes.
Mom,
Yes.
Mom,
Yes.
Mom.
I love you.
Come on, Watergate scandal. Come on, Watergate scandal, present thyself. Come on, Carter administration, let's go.
No.
In the chair, Carter administration.
No.
Mom.
Actually, it wasn't. Well, yeah. Yeah. Peanut head, but we won't.
Okay, then why do you call it peanut head? This is the whole thing.
Everybody did back then. But anyway.
Mom, no,
I thought
say
we
it.
were talking about your Walmart
We are.
thing.
We're talking about that, so hence the point.
Okay, I'm here. See? We're good.
Mom,
What? I don't feel comfortable sitting on that.
Mom, I can...
That is too wobbly. Okay, I'll sit on this chair.
Either way, do you want the cushion? We got the cushion.
Yes, I know I saw.
I'm saying you put the cushion on there.
I know.
The whole thing was giving you a leg prop. Something where you can prop up your leg.
Yes,
Hence the whole point of giving you the chair.
yes, I know. You need it more than I do right
And yet, oh my God, lady. You hard-headed Navy woman.
now. Yes. Go sit. I'm good.
No, you're Mom.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
Let's just see if it'll show. See, there you go. Thank
Okay.
you. Move up a little bit. My gosh, see, it is not that big of a deal. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Alright. So the whole point is just to think of it like any other living room conversation we have, Mom.
Okay.
Because that's what we do. We have these conversations,
I
it's
know.
just no one else is able to hear them and stuff like that. And then we have them like, I didn't know y'all talk. Well, yeah, we talk about this stuff. Remember, didn't we tell TD, right?
Right.
And he finds it interesting. Why? Because we talk about it.
Okay.
Even with the arguments and debates. That's kind of the whole point.
Okay.
Okay, so, the thing about it is we told him the same thing with Mr. Pope. He can't keep you there past your allotted time.
Right.
Okay? So, he, went in front of management,
Uh-huh.
okay, and told them that Mr. Pope was keeping him past,
Uh-huh.
his allotted time and forcing him to stay there to complete set work.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now we've all worked at a grocery store, and I know you have.
But then again, that was an assumption that
Hold on.
Tom made.
No, I'm not stating that. The whole point was he was telling him he cannot leave
Yeah.
until set work is done. But yet, his time for that he's supposed to be employed is done.
Yes, because the general consensus at Tom
No, when
that you stayed until the work was done.
no,
That was the general consensus.
at your time, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
At that
hold on,
time,
hold on,
it
hold on.
was.
Which was your generation, right? That you stay until the job is done. Was your 60s, 70s, almost all the way into the 80s thing, right?
Yeah, 70s, 80s. Yeah.
I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all fought for not to be basically stuck because then the job would never be done because you always have stuff coming in. That was y'all's gripe, right?
Some of it was, yeah.
I mean,
but it was
it's-
also one of, but no, hold on. But
No,
it
no,
was
I'm just saying, it's the
yeah,
word.
I know, but it was also one of those to where that generation, we took pride in our work. It was.
What, are you saying we
were-
don't?
No. It was one of those to where it was because of the loyalty to the company, because the company back then not so much treated you right, but they noticed your work, unlike
Nowadays.
yeah, where
What
it's more,
would you consider it? That's what I'm saying. What would you consider it? More what?
to me, what can I get out of it? The you need to make me look good. You need to make me
Easier on me.
you need to be. I don't want to do all my job. I don't want to do my job per se,
It's not
because
like
if
that.
you leave early, oh,
Yeah.
if you leave early, I am stuck doing what I'm hired to do anyway.
It's also
That is my
it's,
job. My job is to finish off what can't be done.
that's
He
his job.
does not,
Well,
right,
that's the
but he
job
does not
requirements.
want to have to do that. Pope's thing is what's sad is some people in this generation, okay, or not this, my generation, we'll put it that way.
Yes, please.
In my generation, which is falling, which people have a tendency these days to still follow the procedures, was because we and my generation, we had to fight for this. Well, I am 65. Why are you getting rid of me? Because I cost more. You're bringing somebody in that's younger that you can get more of a profit for at the back end of it, which is the one, not the 1%, but the higher, the management, the shareholders, everything was about the money. Hence, it's people got forced to retire. People were forced to, well, we're going to get rid of your position. So technically, we're not firing you so we can get around the law. Okay, that was the big concern. For people of my generation, it is, I am this age, I am this, I am that. You cannot single me out. That was the whole idea behind that process. Well, nowadays, what it is there are people of my generation. I'm not
saying it's you. We're
No,
not saying it's
I
you.
understand that. But what I'm saying,
I'm just
though,
I'm just letting you acknowledge what your
yeah,
generation is doing.
it's they use. There are people out there the same way there is the younger people, the older people, the higher up echelons, and everything else that deal with it's. They use that as a scapegoat.
That's what I was thinking.
There's people of my generation. There's other people of my generation that still have the old work ethic, that still have the loyalty to a company.
But yet the company's
But
not
yet
loyal to you.
but that's what I'm saying.
because- or
But
else
yet
we
they
wouldn't-
don't, right? But yet they don't.
No, but I wouldn't have to go through the court process.
Yeah.
Which is
with my-
understandable, right? But the same way that you know, people want to. There are some people of my generation that are so used to just having others do to make them look good, to get their bonus.
Because you were always
yet
told,
bonuses-
make
right.
make your boss look good.
Right,
It's supposed to help
and
you make you look good.
and in turn, he's going to pass on everything
Yeah.
to you. Okay.
But that doesn't happen these days.
No, it doesn't. But then again, okay, that's like Walmart. Walmart gives out the bonuses to management. Okay, if
Yeah.
they make quota, if
Yeah.
they do this,
Make
if
a
they
certain
come
amount of
under,
sales.
right, or if they come under, what the cost is,
Yes.
if they come over any of that.
Yes.
Okay,
It's also partially.
but
the same
but
version
it's
of
also
Tom
one
Thumb.
of those to where it's
Well, I mean,
no,
that's
but
any
hold on.
retail store.
Yeah.
But hold on. It's up to management whether or not they want to keep the bonus, or, according to Walmart and most
Distribute it.
stores, Tom Thumb and everything else, and Kroger's, and but then again, Tom Thumb is under Albertsons,
Right.
and so, but because Albertsons and Safeway has been around since, I think, time immemorial.
Apparently.
Like it used to
You
be with
know.
Dixie.
Yeah. You know,
miss
it's
Dixie.
like, hello.
I really do miss my Dixie.
No,
What
but
Dixie know what the fuck they were doing?
But it's also one of those to where
Ben, what is it?
management, but then again, like with Walmart, when Sam Walton was in charge, he took care of his employees.
Because his
And
employees were the ones
that made the company. He
Because
didn't.
we moved around your product, we did all your back labor, we did all your
thing. You're
shit.
the one that had to deal with the customers. You're the one that is putting forth the effort. You're the one
That's making people happy when they come in.
which
Yeah.
makes customers
Customers
want
wanna be here.
to return. Okay.
Basically, you put the bonus on to them. On
Right, he gave them the bonuses.
Yeah,
he
because,
gave them this.
Well,
Because
because this was back in my this was back in my mom's thing. All right, when I was young. Okay, hold on. We went to Sam's a lot. You can ask her. We went to Sam's a lot, especially with Papa. All right. Now then, the thing about it was I asked a couple of people there what was so great about working at Sam's. Like they said, believe it or not, it's not the company. Okay, well, what makes it so great about Sam's that makes you want to work here? It kind of makes no sense because the place is a big fucking warehouse.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, so
I've seen some of those Sam's.
well, no. The thing about it was back in the day, like we told you, we had the shadow at work thing. Okay, so a lot of times we shadowed our mom at work.
Huh.
Okay, regardless of what she did, it didn't matter. Even if it was in the military, we had those things where it was a shadow work day.
Yeah.
Go out, see what your parents did, see how it was to work. Okay. And no, the whole thing was it gave you an insight of how
the job.
No, of how strenuous your parents' job is,
Okay.
and all you have to do is go to school.
Basically, it gives them another.
So so it was a parent's way of going, look, I have to deal with so much shit at work. What makes you think I'm going to come home and do it your ass?
Basically,
it puts a real life perspective. It really does. That was one of the benefits I gave her generation of. Sorry, I don't mean to bang on me.
Thank you.
All right. Of her generation and what she taught us, and so I hence the whole point. I strain this enough. We may hate each other, but the one thing we will fucking do is kill a motherfucker over each other. Why? Because we can insult each other all we want. We're family. This is my mom. I'm allowed. She's allowed to. She insults me. Sean, you're a fucking, like I told you, cockhead, shithead, whatever.
My mother.
Okay. Why you being a dumbass? I am. Yes. Ow. No, but hence the point. But at least my mom's willing to sit there and say it instead of just going, well, I'm your mother because I say so. No. Okay, which is a lot of parents. You know this. Look at yours.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm your dad. I, blah, blah, blah. The house incident. Okay, I'm your dad bullshit routine. Well, she's my mom, but it doesn't mean that she can conduct me like a child.
Right.
Okay? So,
Right.
I'm 40. I'm 40
you should be able to conduct yourself because if you can't, then I didn't do my job.
Okay. So
You are 40 years old. You are not a child. Okay, admittedly, in my heart, you're still, 6 years old.
Mom.
But
The mom feeling.
Yeah, but that is so beside the point.
Okay.
You are 40 fucking years old. Ooh,
but
I mean, come on, let's be for real.
No, but it's the point, Mom. It's the point. You do that where other parents do not. Okay, like his dad, or Pope at work. Automatically, you're somehow their kid. As soon as you walk in, remember that thing I told you when you walked in?
I know it's Walmart. It's like, yeah, well, you need to tell Sean, or Sean, you need to tell your mom. Excuse me, you go tell my mother.
That's
that is not my son.
Aren't you grown? Aren't you a grown adult?
He is 40 years old. He can tell you
to go fuck off.
No. What I tell no. Here's what people don't understand. That's the whole thing.
Well, there are times
no.
where you do say that, but there are times where it's like more. You gotta talk to him to actually get
here's what you're not understanding. The same way, like I told your sister, even at work, what does your brother have to do with you? What do you have to do with your brother? Why? Hence, why is management coming to you? No more different than Tom Thumb. Remember, asking you about your damn sister.
I even told him, it's like, we have
can't you talk to your sister? No, the whole point is, can't you talk to your sister? No, you're the manager. Yeah. Why do I have to talk to my sister? Or, you're the manager. Why can't you talk to my mom? My mom ain't my mom right now. Right. I'm at work. My mom is not my mom. My mom, like I even told Haney, my mom is not my mom. That is Michelle. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he just gave... Huh? That's Michelle. Isn't that her name? Well, yeah. Well, isn't that your mom? No.
You are friends outside of work. The same way if you have a friend work there.
Basically.
your friends outside of work, but
That's
when it
basically
comes
the
to
same
work,
concept.
it's
I ain't your
all,
friend.
I'm your boss, or
No,
I
I'm
am.
not your friend.
I'm not your friend. I'm
No.
here to work, and that's it.
It's a fellow employee
Yeah.
or whatever like that. You just can't do that because even back in my time frame, even Nana's time frame.
Well,
And
hold on, let me finish,
nepotism.
Okay,
It was
nepotism-
all about nepotism.
but-
Hold on.
No, it's not that.
But
Okay,
hold
but a
on,
lot of
but
people
you-
don't know what
but-
nepotism
but-
is, so please explain the nepotism a little more. Because not a lot of people understand this. Look at TDD.
Right.
He knows what nepotism is.
Now, yes,
He
now,
just,
yes.
he just tries to play.
Now, no, but now, yes. He
He
does
plays it.
understand
He
it.
plays it.
So explain. what-
He knows nepotism. He just plays
so
it.
explain nepotism now.
Nepotism is a family member that another family member in a higher position plays favorites to, will overlook things. Oh, well, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. It's
But isn't that also
or
considered
go
favoritism?
talk or go talk to. No, favoritism is totally different.
Well, that's what the whole thing is. There's a lot of people that screw that
Nepotism,
to
no,
favoritism.
right, but
also.
favoritism is different. Is totally different than nepotism.
No, I get that, but a lot of people
I
coincide
understand
it
that.
with
I
favoritism
do,
because
but
that
they
is
have to
blatantly what you're doing
understand.
is because you're favoring one over another.
Right, but that is totally different than nepotism.
No, I get.
They can work in conjunction together. They can. I'm not saying they can't, but I'm just saying there is a big difference between favoritism and nepotism. There is, and if you don't know the difference, you need to go to the dictionary and look it up. Don't Google.
Right. Look through.
Hello? You
Nana
know,
and the encyclopedia.
Webster's,
That
Webster's
too.
dictionary
That
and the
too.
encyclopedia.
And the encyclopedia. You and the encyclopedia.
Screw
Thesaurus.
Google. Screw Google.
Thesaurus.
Screw Google.
Yes.
Google has problems.
No,
Thesaurus.
it's not that. It's just the
Getting an
source.
accurate.
Yeah.
It's getting an accurate definition. Of the
And a
word.
thesaurus is used for acronyms like the word to, T-O-O,
Yeah.
means also.
Yeah, I don't.
But people do not know that. T-O-O means also.
Yeah, exactly right. Right. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people
I'm
don't.
a little.
Yeah, that's the vocabulary.
But that is you have a command in the English language. Use it. Use it.
No, English is thou, there. You know.
I
That
know.
was-
We're talking.
that
That's
was-
old English.
Lord.
That's Queen English. You know, that's old English.
Well,
That's
that's
Queen
English. That's English. We are American, according to everybody.
But
Remember,
what I'm
listen to
saying though
different
is,
context
you
of
have a
wording and
command.
slang.
You have a command of the language.
You're not
Use
wrong.
that. Nepotism, favoritism.
But we're also a,
Hello. Do we need to reiterate?
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't even know what the fuck that word is. Look it up.
Okay. So hence the point of nepotism. Okay. So it's a family member being in.
Nepotism is a family member that is in a higher position that hires a family member.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
But that'd still be considered as classification of favoritism over.
What did I say? What did I just say though?
No,
But what did I say? But what did I say? Hold on,
Mom,
it can work. But what
Mom,
did I say earlier
Mom,
that you
Mom,
totally missed?
Mom, this is what you're not understanding. Okay, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand because people that his age, okay, compared to what you taught us.
I understand that.
Hold on. This is where they don't understand it because all they understand is one is favoriting more than another. That is where the conjunction meets. That is where you don't
Okay.
understand.
All right.
Because
We'll go this way.
that's how.
We'll go this
Because
way.
it is.
We'll go
That's
this
what
way.
you're saying.
You're not.
Huh?
That's how that's how a
But-
lot of people do.
Nepotism, and I said earlier, nepotism and favoritism can work in conjunction.
That's what I'm saying.
Means together. Conjunction means together. Can work together. God. Get your phone out, get a dictionary,
No.
and look up the word.
I get
Okay,
it,
and
I get
I'm
it,
not
I get it.
being facetious. I am trying not to be facetious.
Mom,
Hold on.
you just kind of slapped him on the leg.
I'm just saying. Okay.
You didn't even say sorry.
Sorry. Anyway, favoritism is when two different people that do not know each other, where a management person in management position favors one over the other. Look at you and Paul. You favor Sean over Paul. That is favoritism.
Or it can be considered
It
a
can be
type
considered
of,
a-
It
type of
is favoritism.
It can, yeah.
The same way a parent supposedly has a favored child.
Basically, like my
That
mother.
is not nepotism.
Or
That
me.
is
Yeah, my dad.
favoritism.
I get it. My
That
mother
is
more with
favoritism.
me, and my dad's with my sister.
But that's favoritism. Nepotism is when,
It's in the workplace
yes,
I
specifically.
get you.
And it deals with family. So it's like it's kind of like a family-owned establishment. Only will hire family, but no one else.
That's discriminatory.
or
Oh,
if
but-
they,
but-
no,
but-
but they
hold
won't.
on, but-
They'll
hold on.
hire other people.
Hold on,
No,
hold on. But they will only
Promote
their
family.
family, no one else.
Okay, I worked with my mother. Okay, put it this way.
isn't
Listen, I worked.
No,
okay.
it's not favoritism. That is
no.
That
no.
is nepotism.
That's not what I'm thinking.
Okay, then what?
I understand the nepotism thing, but wouldn't that be like discriminatory against other people?
No,
No,
Concept?
because no.
it's a family-owned
it's a
business.
family-owned business.
Okay. No, I'm
No,
just asking
no. Hints. Okay, this is where a lot of people, including me, when I didn't get it either. Still don't even really get it. Okay, because in defiance of that, it is
Okay.
discriminatory.
Yeah,
it is.
that's
If
what
you
I'm
want,
thinking.
if you look under the point of discrimination, it'd be no more different if Paul were to go get a job at, for example, Whataburger. Okay, which he had. Okay, but doesn't get a higher position because of he doesn't have enough hours, or he doesn't have a car, or he doesn't have this, or he doesn't have that, or for example, family owned. Well, you ain't part of the family. I don't have one. I'm guessing you're out.
No, I only brought one in.
I know grab your students.
Would you
And
mind?
I think I hope it.
You're fine.
If you'll need to use it for me, that's fine.
But still. No, but it's not everybody understands nepotism or anything else like that. Hence the reason why, like in Walmart or whatever, you hear people throw around favoritism. But the whole thing is,
It is favoritism.
hold on, it is favoritism.
It's not nepotism.
No, no.
Nepotism is higher.
Mom, I know
higher-
that, Mom.
okay.
That's not what
That's
I
not
was
what
just
you're saying.
saying. If you listen to what I just said, which was what?
Yes, I know favoritism.
Okay, so
I
that
heard
would be favoritism because they're
I have a
valuing
copy out in the living room.
they're valuing one employee over another. Or
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
example,
that's what
Nick,
Nathan is a good example
of
of
favoritism.
Yes, Nathan is.
Okay, so on that point, hence the reason why, a lot of people get that misconstrued. Even I do sometimes. Okay, I'm not saying that I don't, because trust me, I do. Okay, because that's why I still ask you, hey, what exactly is, favoritism again, right? I've asked you that several times.
Mhm.
Just to make sure I had my vocabulary
Correct.
and definitions correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so the thing
Oh my
about it
God,
is
we're
that
using words that people don't know.
that is not my fault. You were the one who told me vocabulary is very
Important.
okay.
It is your life's blood.
And I'm,
Okay.
I'm actually trying to learn some of these new words to me. as
No,
well.
I know, but hence the whole point.
And these should not be new words.
And they
That
shouldn't.
is so
No,
sad.
but they shouldn't be. That's what my mom's trying to state. Okay, they shouldn't be new. These are things you should have learned in school. That's what, no. Hence the
No,
problem.
you're not wrong.
Hence the problem with y'all coming out of school
And we don't give
Our
a fucking
parents,
shit.
I mean, come on.
and not knowing really fucking shit. Exactly. Okay, and it's nothing against you. It's nothing.
My generation.
No, I'm not holding it directly against you, and it's not even really your generation. It's your parents' fault.
Yeah. It's our
Okay.
parents' fault for not
So-
helping us
So
understand.
like with Mr. Pope, okay, you come and ask my mom these questions and everything else like that, which in essence, she's conversating with you
Yeah.
about, but yet, hold on, but yet you get mad, remember?
I do.
Okay, and, and like my mom, we all do it because we all have a tendency to lash out whenever we're mad. It's called a feeling.
Yeah, I feel.
Like in counseling,
I
like
do
the counselor said, it is a feeling. Okay, if you didn't have a feeling, you wouldn't be human.
Right.
Okay, and then like the counselor says, then I'd really work.
Then there's something.
Because like even the counselor said, if you don't have no expression or don't even express yourself, now that's a tendency to work because you don't know what's going to be coming out. And at least like the counselor said, at least with Sean, and he letting you know that he's mad, right, Mom? Letting you know that he's mad.
Mhm.
Like even the counselor says, Chris is what originally scared me. Because Chris was quiet. Chris was always quiet. Always. Even in times of fucking problems.
I'm getting tired.
Church
Anyway,
mouse. Church mouse.
let's get back to the
I'm
conversation.
trying to.
I know.
Okay.
But anyway,
So,
to get back with Pope.
hence. So, like with Mr. Pope, the same thing that you had, with Walmart, okay. This is the whole thing, okay. And this is the whole discussion about this and everything else like that. The problems we have with Texans. Hence, Texans chat and Texans problems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we are all Texans. Yeah,
Mhm.
I have looked on there for podcasts or whatever. This type of thing does not exist.
Okay.
Okay. Now then, the thing about it is people have, chats and everything else like that and whatnot
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Yeah, you just want to just not be on there or anything else like that. I don't even know why that is, and I don't even know why that fucking camera's doing that. It makes me fucking annoyed.
But that's okay. Anyway.
It's not okay to me.
Okay. So.
Okay, so hits my point.
With Pope.
Hold on.
Hold on.
What?
I want to finish.
No, that's fine. But you didn't even... You're not even letting me finish.
Okay, go on.
No, continue.
Anyway. With Pope.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You went and talked to management.
Yeah.
Management was supposedly, and they did apparently talk to Pope. Apparently, and it didn't, but
it
didn't
stopped.
but it did stop, and then it continued on again. Then you talked to corporate.
Mm-hmm.
Corporate looked into it because you called the number.
Yeah.
You didn't call the local number, which was to the Tom Thumb here in Roanoke, or actually Trophy Club, but still, because headquarters is Trophy Club, supposedly, in Texas. Okay, so you called the corporate number. The corporate number then investigated it. Apparently, either you weren't the only one or the investigation did fine. Because when you only worked your hours that you were scheduled for, considering Texas minimum is 32 to 34 hours for full time, and they started only putting you at 30.
Yeah.
They're, in essence,
In
the
violation.
store at that time, not now.
It's
But
in
at that
violation.
time, no, it's not in violation.
No, they are, because of 30...
Because
if
at
the-
30
if the
hours,
minimum-
I understand
no,
that.
If the
30
minimum
hours
is 32, because this is the argument. If the minimum is 32
for full time.
for full
Texas.
time, then why is he at 30?
30. And I agree, because they were taking into account the extra hours that you were going to work over that they assumed, because when you assume, that makes an ass out of you and me, but assumption is the mother of all fuck ups,
Yes.
and which is what he did.
And
Pope went and said, well, we're going to only schedule you for 30 hours, but if you work over to, which according to Pope was, well, we were under the assumption that it was a unspoken rule.
How's it unspoken?
Yeah, hold on,
When your paperwork states 40, right?
An unspoken rule that you work until everything is done, or the truck is done, or whatever came in at night was done. Then they're accounting for, with that assumption, 34 hours.
So what gives
Well,
them...
hold on.
Hold on, but what gives them the privilege and the right to state and keep you there?
That was Pope that did it.
No, but you get
Not
what I
the
mean.
company
No, but
itself,
you get what I
but
mean.
you can't blame the company.
No, I'm not blaming. I am blaming the company because, like you said, with Walmart, okay, then the management represents the company.
Company, right. Okay, which is true. Okay, but
No
if
offense,
the
I'm just
company
bringing
is
that
not
up.
made aware, which Walmart was several times.
Yes.
If the company is not made aware, which corporate was finally
one,
after you called, and they investigated it,
Yeah.
because you even mentioned, then why is it's not on the schedule,
Yeah.
but yet the store manager Pope, night shift Pope had the assumption,
Yeah.
because
No,
it has
no.
been an ongoing, or whoever.
Or it's actually the store manager, yes, but he's not nice.
Okay, but whoever, Pope,
Yes.
was the one that said
I told you.
that it was assumed that you would work until. No,
No.
you don't. You can't assume
Yeah.
anything.
And I even
Because your
you
scheduled
can't
hours
assume
are
it.
your scheduled
are
hours.
what you're scheduled to do. Okay,
And how
that
long you
is-
remain to work, right?
right. But
But you can't.
hold on. But the thing about
remember,
it
you're
is,
getting a request,
You
but
can
you are
request.
allowed to
but
say
you
no.
are allowed to say no.
Yeah.
Okay, because these are my scheduled hours. I do not have to stay over.
Yeah.
Then he put the guilt trip on you of you know, you're not a team player. Yes, you are. But the only difference is you want me to work beyond my hours to make up for the hours you're not putting on the schedule because of what? You're going to lose your bonus. Are you going to get in trouble? That is your job.
Yeah.
To get, and if you want me to stay over and
You
you're,
schedule.
you know,
Then you
and you
schedule,
don't
yeah.
want it on the schedule because then you're going to get smacked and you're going to lose your bonus, then guess what? That is your job. That is your job to do that.
Yeah.
And to manage that time,
Right.
right? Okay.
Right.
Hence.
Hence, that's what it is. Is he did not want to lose his bonus,
I am.
but he
This is
gets
also
hold on.
what ties into the
But-
issue with that one person named Wayne that I had problems with too.
Right.
Or discussing is like,
No, yeah.
yeah,
No.
because he says like, well, I find that not adequate that you're an employee yet you're still supposed to be working over your time for extra for the hours that you need extra for. It's
No.
like that. I assumed I assumed everything like that, or we assumed that regardless. Like, no,
that is
You're-
that's
being a
what they
management
call.
is basically
Hold
you're
on.
supposed to stay regardless.
But hold on. But this is why.
If I was a management requirement, then I will do it by my requirement.
But listen. But this is why.
Or the stores require.
or
This is. But listen. This is why I
and you got
said
mad
it's
and
an
couldn't make an answer for it.
unwritten law. It's not a law, but it's an unwritten assumption that the store has had, or management at the store has had.
Or what? Or
in
no offense.
place-
Or what? No offense seems to be y'all's generation.
No,
No.
it's
Because
not our. It's
no,
not
no,
our
no,
generation.
No. Listen. It seems because
This is
because
all-
because people, like, for example, okay, because even like you were talking to with Terry,
Yeah.
okay, even Terry came and told you, we really need to stop trying to push this shit on our fucking kids.
Right. But what I'm saying though is.
No, but even Terry agreed.
But listen.
Or Larry.
But what
Is it Larry? Is it Larry?
Larry, not
my bad.
Larry.
My bad. Larry.
But
And
what?
is
But
he around your age? I'm just saying.
yeah,
Okay.
Larry's around my age. But what I'm saying though is, this is not from my generation. This
Let's
is
put
from
But a
Nano's.
lot of people see
Right,
it because it's
because-
y'all
right.
doing it.
But then again, it came from Nano.
No, I know.
Because of one, the depression.
No, I know.
Because if you had
The
a
war.
job
The war.
and they wanted to, and they asked you to stay over, it meant income. It meant more money.
Yes.
It meant
Food,
a
more
job.
food on the table. A
More
car.
food, right.
Right.
It meant
A
survival.
home.
It meant survival.
Mm-hmm. No,
Whether they lived in a car, if they lived in an apartment, if they lived wherever, it meant money that they could get out of the car, they could feed their kids, they could do whatever. It meant money. So if you want me to stay over, I will stay over as long as I get paid, but it's more money to feed my
But it
kids.
shouldn't always be an assumption. That was
No,
just,
and I know
wasn't that. But the workers' strike up north was all about that too.
But
No, I'm just saying, wasn't it?
a lot of it was because
Yeah, so it is.
right.
With the
And-
workers'
and-
strike and the unions
and
and
the unions and stuff like that, because they
all
made
that stuff that
sure.
happened up north in New York area.
yeah.
No, because a
It's
lot
mainly
of
like
people,
Chicago, New
but
York,
a
so
lot of
it
companies
was like
back
maybe
then
cities.
was you worked over, but we weren't going to pay you.
That was the whole thing.
That was,
You can work 80 hours, and we'll pay you the 80, but it's going to be on a consistent basis. That's part of the reason why for the strikes and the unions and everything else. You work 40 hours, you need to get a break. You cannot do this consistently.
go kill yourself.
Yeah.
Which is basically what the unions did. They gave us the 40-hour work week. They gave us no child labor law. Because, believe it or not, yes, kids. The only exemption was if it was a family-owned business or a farm.
Well, no, but so what I actually got, so when they dropped it to like 32 by minimum, or 34, basically they're trying to take out the breaks and stuff like that in that process.
No.
Because it seems like that's what they're trying to do.
No, the breaks, your
Hold on,
breaks
hold
are
on,
still,
listen,
your
Mom,
breaks
Mom,
are...
Mom, 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 listen. Where did you get that from? Just curious.
Breaks are paid.
Hold on, listen. Just let him explain. Your first reaction should have been, where did this come from? Because typically you would get your breaks. I understand where he's going with that. Because then it goes back to that 15 break fucking shit and we don't have to give you lunch because you work less than
so many hours in a day.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay,
thinking.
but the thing about it is okay.
It's kind of, for example, the Abbott thing right now, and what happens when they enforce the, oh, well, you don't have a water break, stuff like that.
Especially those on outside
And
that work in this heat.
Oh,
You
look. He put down a law that says
I know.
you don't get a water break. So
You can
when
die.
a company's going to start pushing that?
Oh, there's a lot of construction companies that
It's not about construction.
I know it's everything else.
It's everywhere. When our companies, that's the point, when our company's going to start pushing
Well,
this
hell,
back.
that's like Nathan telling
You know, and
who was it? Nathan telling. Hold on. Wait a minute. Nathan telling Beverly it's Beverly
I don't know.
that she cannot talk to say hi while she's going
Working.
to her zone
Yeah.
to work. That she can't say hi. That if she does or whatever, remember she
Yeah.
told us that
Yeah.
when we saw her at work, and Nathan said if she did it again, she was going to be written up or maybe even fired.
For saying
Now-
hi, that's ridiculous.
I know,
That's bullshit.
But this is the thing.
No, so here's what I'm saying. If they can make that kind of stretch,
Yes, power corrupts. Ultimate power corrupts ultimately. But that's the thing. Nathan is
He thinks he's always in
very
power.
much no. But his thing is I can control you. I can control
He's gonna win
my
sooner
little
or later.
environment. I can
Shot.
do this. You have to do because of that little italic thing on the top of the form that says you have to do everything I say on the Walmart form. So hence,
so what can you say no to? So
as long as it's in my
no.
job purview, you have to do what I say. Well then,
Then what is your
what the
job?
fuck? Yeah,
That's the
that
whole
hits.
point. Like the attorney,
Yeah.
then what is my job purview? Then
Yeah.
what is his?
if I'm not supposed to, if my job is to stock, then why in the hell am I pushing cars?
Carts. Exactly.
Why is it they call it
Yeah,
You know,
code 21
code
or
25. Code 25?
Bad.
Code 25 is not
pushing-
buggies.
It's not buggies.
It's not.
It means
uh,
that an invoice
push-
came in without a truck. Hello, thank you.
Yeah, so what gives them the right to make up numbers in essence?
So then they started calling it what? Buggy roundup. And stuff like that. We're not even supposed to be outside, and the doors are supposed to be locked.
By what it says
By
in the-
Walmart policy.
Because
It's
we can't
supposed,
even go past the checkout line.
Yeah.
but yet,
Because of our safety.
uh-huh.
This is
But
what
yet
they're
they
saying.
want everybody to do it.
That's a violation on their part.
But what I'm saying though is,
That's the whole thing. They can't keep you contained in the building. Because that is against what?
labor law.
And civil right. And not only that, it is against safety procedure. The reason why it's against safety procedure is because if all the doors are locked, someone can still shoot through that. Do you know how easy it is to kick in those doors?
Pretty fucking easy. I've seen
Okay.
Well,
No, in Walmart. Do you know how easy it is to get through those doors?
Yeah, no, I know.
So here's the problem. If you are a shooter and you are locked in the building, boy, you are duck for cannon fodder.
But it's also one of those to where
Mama knows this. No one in their right mind, especially someone who has been in the military, okay, can vouch for this. No person will stick themselves in a locked building without a way out.
Break the window.
Unless you are surrounded and that is the only place you have left to defend yourself. Mom
We're in the
knows
corner.
this.
We're back in the corner.
Hold on. But
But-
my mom but my mom knows this. This is why it's absurd. Okay, yes, it is for your safety, but the whole thing is they're supposed to let you out on break.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be outside while you're on break. Everybody's supposed to be outside while they're on break. and the manager is supposed to guard the door.
Yep.
If you do look at Walmart policy, okay, because they can't hold you inside because you need to go eat or do whatever, want to get something to eat other than fucking what's in Walmart, which the registers are barely ever fucking on. Okay, and you know,
They don't take cash.
and they don't take fucking cash. What kind of shit is that? What kind of fucking shit is that? Okay, not everybody has money on their card that they can spend all the time.
You're not wrong.
Okay, so hence the fucking point. Okay, so the thing about it is you know, if you're stuck in a building and all this other junk, okay, and you have no way out, you're gonna die if someone comes in that fucking building. You will die. Okay, but yet they want to stay. Once again, oh well, you have to do what we say. You have to do this. You have to do that. And blah 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 blah. But yet, if you say no,
You get written up.
you get written up or you get fired on the spot. Hence the problem
Right,
with you
what
that you
happened
had,
with me.
yeah, that you had with
Within
the cart
2
pushing.
fucking days.
Yeah, within the cart pushing. Okay, because you defied management
And said,
and said,
That's
no,
not my job."
that is not my job. And then all of a sudden, you're automatically fired. And people want to know why, you know, businesses are moving to fucking Texas is because, like, for example, New York, California, and the rest of them are penalizing fucking, you know, companies for doing this shit. Okay, but they think they're going to get away with it here in Texas.
It's
My
not
question
going
is how long are Texans going to put up with it before it becomes a major issue? Hence the reason why I wanted to make this conversation and this talk.
Gives
Okay, because if you think about it, no other Texans, if you do read or go about or even watch the news, no other place covers this shit.
No.
Okay, and that's kind of the whole point of it.
but it's not just public here.
But it's not, hence the whole
It's
point.
basically everywhere.
No, it's all the southern states.
Yeah.
All southern states have this problem.
Even northern states.
But the whole thing is at least the northern states are taking it to the company because the companies are the ones at fault.
Right.
It's no more different
They have
than
union.
who's at fault. No, but
They
it's no
have
more
union.
different. Yeah, even that's beginning to slide. Okay, so you know, even TV's starting to learn. Even you notice that he's starting to learn to take it within his own effect, which is, you know, now we become a problem, or you know, oh well, now we're in conflict with the law because we're protesting and all this other junk, being labeled as criminals. But yet, y'all did what in the 60s and 70s?
No.
And during
we
the
were,
80s?
I know we were.
Come on, y'all were
we
doing the same thing. Exactly. They were doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing that we saw them do, that they preached to us, and yet we get called criminals.
Or a terrorist.
Well,
Or
we did.
terrorists.
Well, we
That
did.
kind
I
of
mean, it's like, you know, no.
I don't get this.
It's the same concept, different verbiage.
I know, but the whole thing is
Verbiage means
just being labeled as criminals or terrorists. It's the same
verbiage
concept.
means what?
I'm not answering for me.
I haven't really understood the concept of that.
Okay.
No, it's
When
fine.
I used the contents of same context, different verbiage means what? What does verbiage mean? Which I'm sure a lot of people don't know.
Different vocabulary.
Very good.
Sorry, I had to
Ding,
think
ding,
of
ding,
it.
ding, ding. Oh yeah. It's the same. The only difference is the words.
Or the vocabulary or context you use it in.
Yeah, basically.
No, verbiage is vocabulary.
Yes. So
Same
same context means
Verbiage is verbs.
Yeah.
words.
Okay, so
Words.
words.
Different words, same concept.
Person,
Yes.
place, thing.
Same concept, but they're using
Yeah,
different
words.
Words for the.
We were considered malcontents. We were considered a
That
lot
one's
of
a new one.
what? Malcontent? Oh my god.
I apologize.
How are y'all considered malcontent?
That's one.
Even I'm wondering. Y'all did not look malcontent.
Look up the word.
I know what the word means because you
But
told
for
me
me,
that.
it's like this is new. Okay, y'all's
Okay.
words. These words are new to me,
malcontent.
and I apologize. I feel dumb.
No, it's fine. It's more or less just trying to figure out. Okay, here's an easy way to put it. What is content?
You're content with what you've done.
You were fine with.
Yeah, fine. Now, you're not.
Malicious.
You're not content.
Malicious.
Malicious.
You're not
Malicious.
content, basically, yes.
You're not
That's
content.
all it's saying.
Malicious.
It
You're
makes,
malicious.
It makes a little bit of.
You're malicious.
sense.
You're malicious. You're willing to bleed for it.
No.
And hold on.
Argue.
Like they said, if you look at the 60s and 70s, they weren't afraid to bleed for it. Because their parents went through World War II. Their parents bled for it. So their parents taught them, well, if you want something, you need it.
Are you going to get
Are you gonna fight
arrested?
for it?
Are you going to?
Are you going to fight for it? Are you going to bleed for your cause?
How many cops went? And it's not just us. It's just
To the brave for that.
it's not that. It's the beatings. It's the tear gas. It's the getting arrested. It's
The maliciousness in it. The maliciousness in it.
The protesters weren't malicious. It was
No, the cops were.
it was the effect that the group had. So they in turn became malicious. Hence, we were the malcontents. In other words, they blamed those of us that caused the issue to be malcontents because we were not content with the issue at hand. We wanted to disrupt the issue. We wanted to bring this to light.
I'm rocking your boat.
Hence, this
I
is
am-
why Sean would be considered a malcontent
I'm doing
because
this.
he's doing the video. He is doing this. He
I'm
is
not
talking
content with
about
the situation that I'm being presented
No, I get you.
it, which you shouldn't
I
be,
get you in this concept.
because compliance is not good. If you're compliant with something
It's
that is
just gonna,
okay, it's okay. You were not compliant with Walmart's policy of you have to do everything that your management says, whether or not it is in the scope of your job description. So you are considered a malcontent. You are not content to just do
as you're told.
and blindly follow.
basically, it's like what Sean explained.
Hence, it's like they say, yours is not to wonder why, yours is just to do or
It's
die.
basically how Sean put it in the perspective that he said it is that we follow them off a fucking building.
Yes.
Or
Yeah, well,
jump
mom
off
says,
a
will you
bridge.
jump off a bridge with them?
And
If
it's like,
they told you to do so? If they told you to do so, would you jump off a bridge? Hell no. All right, Shonda, what the fuck are you doing?
right.
Okay, I thought I taught you better than
But
this.
you would be considered
I'm malcontent.
a malcontent
I get you.
because you are
Open
not,
and open your mouth.
Yeah.
Where others
you are
will
rocking, right. Technically, like for Sean, like
recognizing
you
their-
would understand is you're rocking the boat.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that's what it boils down
I
to.
get you.
The same way I say I'm not here to rock your boat, I'm here to blow shit out of the water.
Yep.
Hence, like TDD says, there's people in New York that, they want to they
Then
don't
fucking
agree,
do it.
but yet they don't go
No, but they don't want to go and let's put
really
it this way.
and
show.
say anything
Yeah, or show
or
that.
show them
Because they're too
the
afraid
Of what?
of the ridicule or the
Imprisonment.
imprisonment.
it's
It's
not
gonna-
No, it is. It's mainly about
It's
imprisonment.
How
How is it- how is
you
it
can't
how-
you can't get a job.
Yeah.
Then, okay, so how are you going to feed your family? How are you going to do this? Too many people are worried about their
Income and viewpoint of how everybody views them.
I want to stay where I am and I
'Cause I'm content.
enjoy what I have, so hence therefore I don't want to disrupt or do this the same way. Okay, people working from home, it was not that big of a deal. It was so rare before the pandemic. Then people worked at home and realized, well, I can work, I can still do my job, I don't have to go into an office, be stressed out, but yet still stay at home, do my job, and actually be somewhat of a better parent.
But yet you want to sit there and gripe.
Okay, so
Hold on. But yet they want to sit there and gripe about kids going up and shooting schools, but yet you don't have these parents at home talking to their kids about their issues that they're having when they come home from school. You want to keep them at work, but yet then you wonder why these kids get violent.
But
Yeah.
yet the company.
No, I'm just saying.
Right.
Hint,
He's
hint,
not
But
wrong.
yet the
hints.
companies, some companies just don't.
No, but my
want to,
mom-
Can you
no.
do one?
Yes, but my mom, when we were young, always had that problem of the relation of stress and family. Okay, especially in the military. Okay, this was one of our this was
understand
one of
what
our
y'all were
biggest
talking about.
problems. Hold on, just could you let me get this out? Okay. This was one of our biggest problems as kids.
Yeah.
Okay, was having mom enough home to deal with our emotional problems.
Y'all would
Hold on.
talk about that, and I'd hear stories.
No, I know. All right, so hold on. So that was our whole problem. Mom would be off doing her career thing, which we didn't have a problem with at first. We really did. Okay, because mom, being a woman in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that, all right, throughout her career and shit like that, okay, and up until the point we were born, okay, you know, she held a high position and all that other junk, and, you know, we understood mom was trying to make a career. Okay. Yes, I can. Okay, and we didn't have a problem with it. She was one of very few women who were allowed in the Navy. As you know, we've talked about this, okay, and stuff like that. That's the reason why I value her courage. Okay, because if she has enough courage to do that, then she should have enough courage to be, presented in front of the camera. Okay, and that's what gives me enough courage to be in front of that camera, is her courage to defy the norm. To be put on board ship, to defy every aspect of what a woman is supposed to be at that era. Okay, now, like I said, we have women in all sorts of things, but yet we still want to hold them as basically someone who's supposed to be in a kitchen with an apron on and be at a man's beck and call.
When it's not.
Okay, when that it shouldn't be that way. Okay, but then, women want to run around claiming equality, but yet they don't want to sit there, and deal with the problems that they make.
Right.
Okay, for themselves. It gets blamed upon the male or whatever, and it becomes their problem and stuff like that. Okay. So hence the point. It's no more different than at work, like I try to stay with Pope or whatever, or with Wayne or whoever the fuck. Alright, how can they put this on you and everything else like that when, one, it's not your job, no more different than Walmart pushing carts, even with me, alright, and still having me sit there and push carts or put shit away with a back problem, alright, knowingly that I have a back problem,
Yeah, they want.
and yet they want to sit there and knowingly say you still have to fucking do this shit.
And they try to
Knowingly,
lie about it.
yeah, knowing that it's going to make it worse. So you know that I have an injury, you know that these things are happening, and yet you still
Want to lie about this?
No, I still have to do it because I still have to do what you say because I will get fired if I don't.
Right.
Then if I get fired, then the thing about it is, then, hence the whole point of getting an attorney of how am I fired, because they want to sit there, and tell me, oh, well, especially workman's comp from Walmart, oh, well, you need to, make sure that, you rest and everything else like that, but yet I get points from Walmart.
But yet they want to basically not abide by your restrictions.
And then not abide by my restrictions, but yet I am what? I am the one, who who is a problem because I am the one who is sitting there, making these things and everything else like that, and finding problems and issues that they haven't done.
Right.
Okay.
I don't want to stay up too much longer. I want to
No, that's
put
fine.
cat now.
No, that's fine. You can pick your nap.
Physical therapy.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
We're almost done. I do appreciate what you're doing. Because no parent does this, Mom. No parent will sit here, not that I've found, and have a conversation with their kids openly with other people.
Yeah.
You are, like I told you, you are a one in a million even when I was young, because you would sit there and talk to my
friends.
and my friends would come and talk to you and ask you questions, because their parents wouldn't give them.
I know. I couldn't understand why they like me when I'm like, seriously. Really?
And we call you a raving bitch and a lunatic.
And I admitted I wear bitch probably on my forehead.
And you should. And you should. Hence the point.
I can
And what did I tell you in school?
What did
Just
you
let
tell
me know what you said so I can back you up. As
Or
long
deny
as
it.
it's not,
Or deny it.
as long as it's not, you know.
As long as it doesn't
if you don't
incriminate
want to
me.
go, that's fine. I will become the bitch that is tattooed on my forehead.
Hence. And that is, and that is a woman I respect, okay? Because, like I said, the woman I knew was someone I knew that wouldn't take shit from no one regardless. And I understand that you're older and everything else like that, but you do something no other parent does. And you never find that important.
But what is the end game? That it's a whole.
I understand that. It's not an end game or not, Mom. It's the whole point of you doing something that normal parents will not do, and very
What?
few
Making an
parents.
adult? I thought that was.
No,
the whole
helping
point.
me understand
Yeah.
what an adult is, how it works. That is what you were supposed to do. No, look at
Well,
Andrew.
yeah, that
No,
is your
no,
job.
for
That is-
example, look at Andrew.
Look at me.
No, I know.
This is the whole look at TDD. If that was the case, Mom, then TDD wouldn't come to you for advice. He would go to his other parent, right? He would go to any one of his parents, and yet he doesn't.
Right.
Because his parents don't want to tell him anything good, bad, or indifferent, even
It's
about
also-
themselves.
It's also the same thing with my parents.
Okay?
But at least my mother admitted to her fuck-ups.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing. And that's what made their relationship that much better,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even
no,
he admitted it.
I know because, like I told you,
Yeah, it's easy to
no
know my mom.
parent
It's easy to
is
talk to my
per-
mom. My
no
mom's actually really
parent-
cool.
no parent is.
Yeah, when you don't treat her like a mom,
Yeah.
and you treat her like a person, because your
no
mom
parent. No parent
wasn't a
is
mom at first, she was a person.
Right.
Yes, I used to be small at one point in time. I was a child. Yes, I do understand.
Yeah, so hence the thing, okay?
You might not think so. I was not born an adult.
Hence, okay? But a lot of people, look at Stephanie. Stephanie and her kid. Come on, Mom. Why does Regina come and ask you for advice?
No, not all. She.
No, she does.
She
I'm not
does.
saying I'm not saying all the time, but the whole point is she will go to you a lot more often than she will go to her own mother, even when you were living with Stephanie, because Stephanie doesn't want them to know what cats are in her closet.
She.
So
Stephanie
no, but
confessed to a lot.
no, I understand that. No, that's not a whole lot. Okay, I'm not expecting that. It's kind of the same thing as Walmart. Okay, then what are you going to confess to? It's no more different than his job. Then what are you going to confess to? But yet you want to call yourself an adult, but yet you can't confess to your own wrongdoing.
Okay, it's kind of like with Walmart. You want me to follow policy and procedure, but yet you can't.
Yes, do it yourself.
You don't want to.
Follow it yourself. You don't want to
It's
follow
not
yourself.
so much do it yourself.
No, follow it yourself.
It's like, then how come you don't follow policy and procedure when yet, according to Walmart standards, you're supposed to?
Yeah.
Hence, Tom Thumb and Pope and
Not
the
following procedures.
unspoken assumption that you're going to stay.
Not following procedures.
But what I'm saying though is that is the unspoken.
The unspoken.
Thinking that they can do something or
Because
say something
it has been happening so much. You're the
But
first person
Assumption.
to go against
Them for it.
Yes.
the unspoken
Yeah.
assumption. Everybody else has been going along with it.
When I was the only one that
Now,
actually.
right,
Recognize the problem
recognize the problem.
and said no.
But then again, you asked Sean and me if it was right because you were unaware.
Yeah, that's,
Or
that's
you
where I
thought,
got
yeah,
advice and then I talked
but
about
that's where everybody else.
it.
Doesn't. And that's why I find
And
it
this
important.
is the only
But somehow I started.
way,
explaining
like
it.
Sean said, for years, it's like, Mom, you need to go on YouTube. You need to go on YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck? Why?
Because of this.
well, you're different.
Because of this. You
Because
are
you're
different.
not different. And I'm like, but I'm not.
Yes, you
I
are.
understand that. I do. I understand that. I just don't see how. But okay.
No,
I will just go with
no,
it.
but here's why you don't see how, and this is what I've been trying to explain to you. Because most parents, they will not discuss nor debate their own children.
Right.
It's not so much
No, we can sit here and have this debate, argue, what
get
not.
mad, and we're
and
still.
be-
I
and-
still
and
love
be-
you.
no, and be
I
perfect-
might not like you right now, but I still love you.
Yeah, but we can, that's metaphor on camera or whatever. The whole point is we can be ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, and whatnot, and it's not, most, like, he, like, when we started arguing, he found it, well, how can you say that to your mom? She's my mother.
Yeah. And for the
I have
3
argued
to
with
4
her
years
since
that
I was
I've
3.
I've seen it. It's normal for me now. And
But hints,
I've gotten
okay?
used to it.
But most parents consider it disrespectful.
When it's not.
It's not.
Some parents would, because they are of, I am.
It's their entitlement issue.
Okay, no. You have to understand.
No. Understand.
You have to. No. Listen. Let me talk.
No, go ahead. That's what I'm saying. Hold on.
Okay.
This is why I like this, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I like talking to my mom.
my dad, okay, was first generation American on my dad's side of the family. My grandparents. Okay. You did what they said. That's what you did. If they said you do something, you do it.
But wasn't it like then, though?
Okay.
Yes. Keyword.
But that was because of them. My dad grew up the same way. My mom, on the other hand, her parents, okay, were the first generation. Her parents were. Okay. My grandparents, my mom's parents, were the ones that adhered to it to a point, but disagreed, had the right, okay, to a point. All right. My mom was raised the same way. You could disagree, but to a point. You still did what you said. My mom did not agree with that at all. I might have to, that was the one key thing, if anything, my mom instilled in me that she did not like what her parents did and her parents' parents, because she grew up with my mom's grandparents, which are my great-grandparents, okay? She wanted an explanation. She never got one. Why she had to do something other than because I said so. I am your parent. You did it because I said so.
Other than I said so.
Okay, my mom was real adamant that if there was something that we really disagreed on or we did not think was right, Mom felt we had the right to say, no, I don't understand, I don't want to do it, but why do you say I have to?
It was also for the fact that what Mr. Brooks said is that he said that it was required by what it states in the law. Or
It doesn't.
Policy.
It doesn't even state that in company policy.
But yet he was trying to explain it, but yet he couldn't, and it's like, dude.
So hence the point, the same thing as Walmart. Same thing as Walmart. Same thing as, oh, well, you have to do because I say so, regardless of what you think or want.
But he tried to explain with using
His point,
numbers or something like that, or
they
play it off. No, this is how it states here.
But the thing about it is
what states in the freaking policy.
But the thing about it is it's called a guilt trip, because then he's going to have to finish, which is part of his job title. He's going to have to finish what you did not do.
But
so he didn't. But what I'm saying though is by saying you're not a team player. You're not this, you're not that,
and then he said that I'm trying
the supposed guilt trip, because, but that's the guilt trip that, to push the buttons to make you feel like you're not the team player, that you're not this, you're not that, when you know, in fact, you are. Hence, that's why.
Or you wouldn't have agreed to work in the first place.
That's why they even, some employers will even say, well, be lucky you got a job.
And
it's a guilt trip. It's a guilt trip. But then again, this comes back from the 30s.
But this is what I don't understand either.
Be lucky you got a job.
Okay, if that's the case, all right, and if it's I'm lucky that I have a job, then why is Texas called the right to work state?
Yeah. But yet they have the right to fire people.
But yet they have the right to fire people for any fucking thing. So you don't have the right to work.
But you have the right to leave for whatever reason. Okay. Now,
I understand that.
but this is
But I don't understand that
also
if I'm willing to do the job, I
If-
take
if-
on said job.
right.
How do I? How is it you're able to fire me, but yet we are called the right to work state?
State.
Okay, so I have the right to work, but only under what?
Well, circumstance that they want.
Okay, but
This is where it's so confusing.
this
This
is
is
right,
what the-
but this is where the labor law comes in, because if a company has a policy or procedure that they have to follow, that's why it's always the 90-day rule, the
Mhm.
3 months,
Mhm.
the 90-day rule.
Mhm.
Okay. In the 90-day rule, they can fire you for
Whatever
whatever
reason,
reason,
yes.
and you have no recourse.
That's
That
what they
is the
tried to do
90.
on me.
Hold on, but that is the
Yes.
90-day rule, especially when Candy told Lloyd
With me,
to
Yeah, to have you
that
fired.
you need to be fired because of you're so slow, and
Lloyd
Lloyd
said
said no, because he wasn't going to, because you needed that time to
Adjust.
yeah.
Okay. But the thing about it is, and that was not hearsay, because I was standing
You
there.
had-
I
know.
was standing
Oh, I
there
know.
when I heard it,
Oh, I know.
when she said it.
Hence the reason why I do not understand why
No,
having
no,
it.
no,
Hold
wait,
on.
hold
No. I do not understand. This is what I don't understand. Okay, if they want to claim no favoritism or anything else like that, then how come an employee is able to walk up
To win it.
to a manager and tell a manager that they need to be fired?
I know.
When I've done nothing wrong.
No, and I understand that. And this has to do with, again, the animosity of one employee against another.
Favoritism.
No. Lloyd did not do favoritism
No, I know.
at
Not,
that time.
not that.
He didn't, because, and he was not the one that fired your ass.
No. And he knew if he did that.
It wasn't so much if he knew.
But
He
he
knew
took
it was wrong. He knew it was wrong. That's why he never said
Any
anything. He let management
deal with that.
take the heat for that, because he could not, in all consciousness,
He was just
he was doing his job.
a shifty doing his job.
So he was not going to do it, but he had to follow management's
Procedure.
he had to follow what management said, because it was his boss.
Yeah.
If his boss said you're fired, then he's gonna have to follow.
To fire you.
Yeah. You're
Which I
fired.
don't-
I'm
which I don't-
sorry.
which
You're
I don't
gonna have
find
to
right.
leave. Blah 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 blah.
But he
Which
didn't do that.
is what Lloyd did.
But he
Okay.
didn't fire me.
Lloyd did not play favoritism, because if he did and he listened to Candy, you would not have stayed.
Yeah.
That would have been favoritism.
See, and this is what I don't get. When he got fired and everything else like that and spoke up, which we have video of.
Yeah.
Okay, and which is one of the things I really want to desperately put on here. Okay, is to let, and including most of those pictures, because if that has no relevance, then guess what? It's no more different than the whole thing of this aspect. Okay, then what is relevant? All right, what is? You good?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You good? Good?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Stretch out your leg.
Oh.
Put it on the curtains.
Okay.
So I told you I was going to give
No,
you
no,
this.
we're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Okay. So the thing about it is this. Okay. So, for example, or even you know this, we report something we get retaliated against by either me putting on juice and water, because Aaron knows this, because
Yeah.
he got put on juice and water. All right, because he spoke up, because they were using someone that didn't understand a lick of fucking English. All right. And
Look at John. John was on Juice and Water, and he was the one that told Amy,
Yeah.
I hurt. I can't do it because my back's hurting. Amy took him off of Juice and Water and put him on something else.
okay, so how come they didn't do that with me?
No,
Hence the herniated disc
I know. But what
All
I'm
right.
also saying is
and the
that,
court problem.
right. But it's also one of those
So
where
no,
it's,
so like the attorney said, if they can fire you for any reason, any
Mhm.
reason,
Mhm.
okay, and you've seen half of the shit that goes on in there. We have pictures of it and everything else. That how come that store doesn't have any manager?
Okay. The
You get-
thing,
no, but you
I
get what I
know,
mean.
which I understand, okay, because Bread's not there no more. Bread's not at the store no more. Violet is. Now, whether or not it's because of what he told me with Sedgwick
Mm-hmm.
and what he stated, and when I reported it to Sedgwick, Sedgwick was the one that reported it to corporate.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay. Because when Sedgwick had me go, up to the store. I even told Amy this
Mm-hmm.
in HR when I
Yeah.
saw her last when I had to get the form for food stamps.
Yeah.
When I told Amy what had happened, and Amy's like, she goes, I cannot put you on the schedule because Sedgwick literally had me off the schedule.
Yes.
I said, then if you can't and Brad or Raul can, then what the
Yeah.
hell? Why did Sedgwick send me when I had pictures of me on the schedule?
Yeah.
And Brad blatantly told me was because I owed them the store paperwork. And I said, Brad, how can I owe you the paperwork when I owe it to Sedgwick?
Yeah.
Not to you.
You,
I'm
yeah.
not even supposed to be on this yet. So, why do you think Sedgwick came here? I have the number. They told me to call them if there was an issue.
Yeah.
Do you need me to call them
Yeah.
right now? And you can explain to them why the fuck am I on the schedule?
Yeah, same thing I did with workman's comp and all that junk. Then explain to the workman comp guy the reason why I don't have anything for Sedgwick or anything else like that. And they told fucking the store, oh, well, it doesn't pertain to
It does,
Sedgwick.
and Sedgwick even
How the
said,
fuck is that?
hold on, Sedgwick.
No, but I'm just saying,
when I was on
with
workman's
your
comp,
leg, no, with your leg,
I know.
how does it not pertain to Sedgwick if you're on Sedgwick?
Because I called Sedgwick.
No, I get that. The
They
thing is
told me
I
I had
went
to-
to HR.
I know.
I asked. Because he told me that it doesn't pertain.
To Sedgwick, and I was told the same thing. Sedgwick said it doesn't pertain to me. Okay. I said, hold on. I know, because even Sedgwick told me the exact same thing.
No, workman's comp told me that it doesn't pertain.
And
To
Sedgwick, and when I called Sedgwick, Sedgwick said, no, it does not pertain to my accident unless I am completely off work.
Mm-hmm.
Then Sedgwick comes in.
Mm-hmm. And takes initiative.
Hence,
To action.
right.
No, but
But the
no,
key
but
thing
here's
about
the
it
point.
is
Okay, but this is what I don't get. Okay, I went to work. I
I
went to
know.
work because they said, report back to work, because even the doctor said that, report back to work to make sure. Here's your restrictions. Make sure they abide by your restrictions. Tried to do that. Okay,
Control.
walked up to Amy, gave her my fucking paperwork, walked up to Lloyd, gave her my paperwork, walked up to every fucking manager that fucking came along, here's my fucking paperwork. Okay? And yet, still told me that they can't do anything about it, and stuck me on what was it, lifting pallets and fucking taking out trash and all this other crap, alright, which I'm not supposed to bend, lift, or stoop, or do any of those things, but yet they're having me do it. But yet if I say no, then I'm fired. But if I go to court because they illegally terminated me, from which I understand, okay, because it's a medical thing, which should be an unlawful termination.
But they never said you had to go back in 7 days. All they said was you could not go back
to the doctors. Okay.
And then, for whatever reason, they took you off the schedule.
Yes.
And that led to...
No, they literally... No, you're not understanding this. I was on the schedule. Alright? The workman's comp guy told me not to report to work.
Yes.
I told him that I'm going to get points. He said, you shouldn't.
Yes.
So I took his word,
I know.
because that's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went up, I took a few days, which is what he said, until I feel better enough to walk around and do whatever, which I did. Went back to work. All of a sudden, I have like 3-4 points. I'm asking them, why do I have points if I'm supposed to be on fucking medical and all this other junk? And they had no response. How can you sit there and tell someone...
I know. It's okay. You have to adhere, but yet the company doesn't. But then again, you're also looking at it this way. Like with you.
No, I mean, but here's the thing. But here's the thing. Even like you noticed, okay, how come after me, you got all of your paperwork and everything else like that? But when it comes to me, nothing got done. So hence the point, like you said, then what is negligence? Because if you're supposed to prove negligence, well, then what is negligence? And like you said, if you want to go with what it states, okay, then they're negligent by not doing the Sedgwick paperwork. They're negligent by not adhering to my restrictions, in particularly. Okay, they're negligent on
failure to address said problem. Not only that, knowing that I have this condition, put me yet again into further harm. So what? And this is what I don't get. Then what is negligence?
What you just said.
No, but hence, okay, so
No,
so
and I
negligence is the failure to act, like you originally said. Then understand what negligence really is, Sean. It's the failure to act upon a problem
Right.
or something that
what did
can
I
be
say?
solved.
What was the one? Neglect. That I said would be where the supervisor,
failed to get the timestamp and everything else like
not
that
just
from
the timestamp,
my accident.
not the timestamp, not just that,
Well, I'm just saying that's
but
what I
in
remember.
negligence, in the negligence that I read to you earlier.
What I understood, okay, was
What does
keyword. What I understood was that
the
just
third
hold
one?
on, hold on. I don't remember the third one. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm
No,
just
no, I know. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
What's up? What'd I do?
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, my 52-week thing is up. I'm like, seriously? I have not been off work for 52 weeks.
See, this is the thing. How could
Oh,
then how
no,
can we
I'm
get
going to
off-
debate that one. I got to call Cedric.
See, this is what I don't get. Okay, then
will
when did
debate
the
that one.
when did they want to claim 52 weeks started? This is my next thing. Okay, is
Why do
this will
I-
probably be the next Texans chat thing? Is because of the incompetencies of them fucking putting paperwork in that is invalidated
my
or late.
claim
Yeah,
that says
or
Oh,
my 52 weeks
Yeah,
expired.
that kind of stuff.
yeah, that kind of crap.
Oh, this one is, yeah, because it says, let me see.
When it should be in October.
No.
I thought it was like
Yeah,
November.
The 52 weeks
November or
is
some
not
shit.
going to be,
Oh,
technically it's going to be October.
Yeah,
The
that's what I'm saying.
22nd. That would be
Oh, okay.
the official
No,
52
okay.
weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But it says my exhaust date was 9/18, which it happens to be when the FMLA and the leave that he put in expired, the doctor. And so, if you're unable to return to work due to your own disability or medical condition, it's not my own, it's what the company is.
See, that's what I
Yes.
don't get. How can it be your own?
Because, yeah,
Because own would be I did it to myself, like I fell
Yeah,
out of a
I
tree,
did, I did
or some damn shit.
I know.
Hit my, I smashed my hand with a hammer at home while driving a nail into the wall.
Yeah, as if I did this.
That's
I know.
own.
But anyway, hold on.
How can you? How can
Let
that be
me
when you
look
trip?
up
No, but
what
I'm just saying,
I'm
how can that be when you tripped over a
looking
pallet? This is the motherfucking problem.
Okay.
When there's actual witnesses and
But
photographs.
that's what I don't get. There's witness to this and everything else like that, photographs and everything else like that. It makes no fucking sense.
Yours or
No, yours.
oh mine? Yeah, that's
Okay,
that's,
it's no,
okay.
but it's nowhere different than me. Okay, you have witnesses and everything else like that, but they're not validated in court.
Okay.
So they just want you to basically.
So no, so what's the point of it saying witnesses
Yeah.
in disposition then or deposition?
Hold on. Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm speaking. Out
Now, if they did not adhere
loud.
to your research,
Mhm.
that would be considered negligence. But what kind? Now, this is all lawful.
According
And
to
yes, according to Google.
okay.
Okay. You have gross negligence, a heightened degree of negligence that involves willful,
Yes.
wanton, and reckless conduct that affects the safety to others.
That's.
To prove gross negligence, you must show that someone was aware of the risk of their actions but acted anyway.
Yes, which I did with
So,
Amy and Lloyd. I showed them my restrictions.
And also,
Correct? I'm just saying that would be
right. But also,
Ben.
but who else? Because she was, Christy. Not Tina. Christy was
Christy.
the one that said, "Well, I don't care what your
Actually, be
restrictions."
Christy and Stina. And
Yeah,
Tina.
because
They
they're
don't
like
care,
they're
yeah.
still
They're
going to do. Now
whatever.
that is gross negligence.
Yes.
Okay, but acted anyway. Now remember, I said vicarious liability.
Yes.
Okay.
I
A
understand
legal
vicarious.
concept that holds one entity responsible for the negligent actions of another party.
Yes.
For example, employers can be held liable for actions of their employees. So, if that was the case,
Christy, Tina, Amy, and Lloyd, or anyone else. Okay.
basically,
Jacob even,
we could even go Steve.
or Raul. Or who
Not
knows? Steve,
Raul. It was Steve
Raul.
because this was before Raul.
Okay, I just want
So
to make sure.
it would be Steve and Bobby.
Okay, Steve and Bobby. All right, just want to make sure.
Yeah, it would be Steve and
And
Bobby,
Bobby, 'cause those were
because they were both
assistant
right,
and-
and they
yeah.
were assistant and store
Yes,
managers.
Yes.
So they knowingly,
Yes.
okay, the same way Raul.
Because they should have been informed by their
Right.
understaff, because that we have, medical condition that we need to, figure out what to do with.
Right, the same way Raul and Bobby
Had to do it with you.
had to do with me, where they were looking at the videos of the previous night
Yes.
when I worked to make sure I didn't use the scooter.
Yes, which I don't understand.
I
why
don't
you couldn't.
either, but
And not anybody else at the
I
store
mean,
did.
yeah, and then when I called ethics about it, they're like, "Oh well, I'm sure they looked at the monitor to make sure you were adhering." No, they weren't. Believe me, they weren't.
They
They
don't.
weren't.
They don't.
So why
period.
did my manager tell me this?
Hence the point.
It doesn't make sense.
It
It does
doesn't.
not make no sense. And they're like, "Well, we really can't say." This is ethics.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Now, you have comparative, a tort principle that states that each party involved in an accident is partially at fault based on their contribution to the accident. This principle can be used to reduce the amount of damages that a plaintiff can recover, which is exactly what they're going to do. Because then they're going to say, "Well, you should have." Well, then guess what? I was in fear of losing
My
my
job.
So
So I was told
that
this
is
from,
gross.
the age,
That
I was told
is
this from
gross.
the age of 14 that they could
Right,
fire
but
you
that
for any
is
reason.
gross neglect, because if you're in fear, that is a hostile work environment. It is. It's
No,
a
it is.
hostile
A
work
work
environment.
Because you're promoting fear within your employment. Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure I understood
Yeah,
that correctly.
because it was the
and
same
not only
way
that,
when he
everybody
got
else
fired.
did.
It was the same way when they told
killed
him,
him.
and it's a hostile work environment because his job is threatened,
Yes.
which is against Walmart's policy.
Which I don't get, because
Corporate.
no, which I don't get, because if that's the case, okay, then the same thing. Then why is it then why do you call it a right to work state? Because then you never have the right to work. You have the privilege.
Right. Yeah, basically, that's what
And it shouldn't be a privilege.
Right. But what they're saying is, okay, hence that's why Texas also has beyond the 90-day.
No, I understand
Hold on,
that, but the whole
but
thing
this
is
is-
no, but the whole thing is in the wording, right? The law's in the wording,
I know,
right?
and I understand that because
Well,
it's
just say.
I understand. It's a right to work. I understand. But
I'm not gonna
technically,
argue, I'm just trying
Texas
to have a
is
discussion,
an
okay?
employment at will. Texas is not so much a right to work, but it's an
But then why
employment.
call it?
Why call it the right to work? But it's an employment at will state. Okay, hold on.
But if you have the will to be employed, that's what I don't. I don't get
understand
that.
that.
I never
understand
understood this when I was 14.
I understand. But what I'm
We used to have
saying
these
is-
debates at a kitchen table.
Hold on, but the thing is, let me finish.
I'm letting you finish. I'll stop.
Texas also enacted where if a company has procedures that need to be followed before a person can get terminated, they have to be written up so many times. This has to happen. This has to happen. This has to happen. If you're beyond your 90-day and they don't follow company policy and you claim unemployment, okay, and they call the company and they say, the policy of this company is this, this, and this, and this. Did you follow these procedures? And the company says, well, we fired them because of, but this is not a fireable offense. Did they get written up? Where's the paperwork for this? Where's this? Where's that? If the company did not follow their procedure.
Two places near you. The first one is Fire Brewing Company. The second
Hey,
one
Google.
is Process Corporation.
Shut up. Quit
So-
listening.
So then what ends up happening is then by by Texas law, you can get unemployment because the company did not follow their procedures that they have on file after the 90 days.
But see, here's the thing.
Whether it's the 91st day,
hold on, but you heard the attorney. It doesn't matter.
for
You get
for the arbitration, quote unquote, or litigation, whatever he wants to call it. Okay.
mm-hmm.
His thing is to prove legal neglect.
negligence.
Negligence. We can prove gross negligence, which is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
We can't.
No, I get it. That's the reason why I did what I did.
I know.
But I just don't get where he says that irregardless of what we do, irregardless of how many witnesses you have, irregardless of anything else, it's all...
Because the company is going to say it is partially your fault. Hence,
No, I get that.
the one I read,
But
because...
why put witnesses or anything else like that into that effect under deposition?
Right, but the
yet you
deposition,
tell
they're
me
not
I'm
doing
not-
the witnesses. This is totally different than opposed to going to court. This is only your deposition. We're trying, like he said, we're going over the first hurdle. Okay, we are going over the first one
Yeah.
of trying to prove negligence. He's going on because you didn't flat out say no and get fired. Then hence, you're also partially at fault.
How can I be partially at fault when I'm listening to this? What I'm getting? How can I be partially at fault or any at fault when I'm listening to Workman's Comp and what they told me, which is supposed to have a higher authority than the store?
You would think. You would think because
No. But that's the reason why I asked my work with Andre Moon. Okay, then who the fuck do I listen to?
and you listen to him because
And he told me you listen to me, not them. Blah blah blah. But yet I still get fucking fired.
Okay. But the key thing about this is
I did not quit. I did not say no. I did
know.
not. Then
I know.
then why aren't you fired? Same thing I asked.
I know.
To
You're
do.
the attorney. Why are you not fired?
Why? Because they did proper paperwork procedure for you, at least somewhat, to make sure that they didn't have this problem
Yeah.
because of what's going on with
The
me.
$10,000 fine for
Yeah.
not doing it.
But then you wouldn't have you wouldn't even be told you wouldn't have gotten the fine. You'd be like, no, it's all right.
Yeah. Like Justin, oh, you're on the show.
Yeah,
The AP guy.
yeah.
I know.
So they would have just dismissed it, right? I don't fucking worry about it. But yet they got told if there are any accidents that happen further, for make sure that they're stamped or because it's a $10,000 fine if you don't. So the whole thing is, and this is the only one of the reasons why you always told me to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, especially when you find it wrong,
Mhm.
and especially when you know it's wrong, and everywhere you can look tells you that it's wrong. Keep fighting, even if you don't win. Keep fighting, because it shows that you don't back down just because someone tells you something and presents it in front of your face, even though you know it's wrong.
Yes. That's not going to change.
Because,
the problem.
how are
Because
you
of-
going to change it if you don't?
Fight.
There
Address
are-
it.
no,
Address
no.
it. Yeah,
There
address it.
are,
Like my mom
there
says,
are
address it.
cases that people are like, no, you're going to lose. Why keep going to court? Why keep going? Why keep going? Why keep going? Go to the Supreme Court. Why? Well, guess what?
That's
The
the
whys changed. The whys changed into, no, this is not going to happen. No, this is not what's going on. No, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. It's because of the people that said it is wrong. No matter what you say, it is wrong. This is
the
wrong.
problem. Yeah, and the problem
This is,
that we mainly have in Texas.
it's not
Hence
just
the
Texas,
point. No, but
it's
no, because I even asked TV, does he have this problem up there in New York? No, not really.
no, they have
Because they have because they have other issues, but they have their labor union and all that.
Yes.
You okay?
I just heard.
No, that's fine.
just need to-
But hold on, just You good?
Trying desperately, but okay.
Okay, but I mean, this is the whole thing that the whole debate has been about, is these things, and this is the whole thing that I wanted to make sure that people can at least see that we aren't the
Only ones?
not everybody has this problem. Every state has this problem. We all have this problem. But I do thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you do tune in next time, this is my mother, even though she can be very, very stubborn and everything else like that, but it's very informative. Please hit the subscribe, like, follow, whatever. It was very much appreciated. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good day.